the IBM coding question. Here the question is to print the characters with maximum occurrence in the string. That is, if the user is given with a string, he has to print the characters which have the maximum occurrence. That is, maximum times repeated characters have to be printed. Here we have some constants, that is, we have to consider only English alphabets and digits. That space is not allowed, and we have to consider only English alphabets and digits, no special characters. Then uppercase and lowercase are different. That is, uppercase values and lowercase values should be treated as a different characters. Let's see the case 1, that is web application. Here web application, let's see this by each character repeated how many times. That is, let's take W E B A P L I C T O N. Let's see here. Tab. W occurred one time, E occurred one time, B occurred one time, Q occurred two times, P occurred two times, L occurred one time, two times, one time, and one time. Let's take all the values into in the form of dictionary, so that we can easily express how many the key and the values, how many times it is repeated. Let's take it as W is occurred one time, comma, E is occurred one time, comma, B is occurred one time, comma, A is occurred two times, comma, P is occurred two times, comma, L is occurred one time, comma, I is occurred two times, comma, C occurred one time, T occurred one time, O occurred one time, N occurred one time. This is the dictionary we have, and here we have the A, P and I have the maximum values of maximum. So the output will be A, P and I. Yes. Let's see the another case. Here we have on scale of 1 to 11. So let's take each character. It's a capital O N A S C L E O F 1 T. Yeah. Here we can see that the capital O and small o are taken as two different characters, as it's given the uppercase and lowercase are different. So we have taken as two different. So let's see the occurrences. Capital O occurred once, N occurred once, S occurred once, E occurred once, C once, L once, E once. Small o occurred two times, F occurred once, and 1 occurred 3 times, and T occurred 1 time. Let's take it in the form of a dictionary. That is, capital O occurred once, N occurred once, A occurred once, S occurred once, C occurred once, then L occurred once, then E occurred once, then small o occurred twice, then F occurred once, then digit 1 occurred 3 times, then T occurred once. This is the dictionary we have, and it's I think it's updating the value of filter. So here we can see that the value, that is key 1, have the maximum value of 3, so the output will be 3. The output will be the key 1. Let's take the input from the user, that is A is equal to input, it's a string. We have to as we have seen the explanation, that we have to calculate the number of occurrences of each character in the string, so that let's take a dictionary so that we can calculate the compare the keys and the values of each occurrence. So let's take a dictionary of b, that is equal to b is equal to dictionary. Let's check for the repetition of each character, that for INA, as we given the constants that we have to check only alphabets and digits, so that check only if it is alphabet or digit. If if sorry, a dot is alpha, I dot is alpha, I dot is alpha, I dot is alpha, or I dot is digit, I dot is alpha or I is digit, means it's I is alpha, it checks for if the I is alphabet or a digit, alphabet, whether if it is a alphabet or not. Is digit, it checks whether it is a digit or not. Or condition is like if anyone is satisfied, then it goes into the loop, or else it will not go. If both the conditions satisfied, it will go into the loop. If any one of the conditions satisfied, it will go into the loop, or if none of the conditions satisfied, it will not go into the loop. So let's check if it is alpha or a digit. If it is alphabet or digit, then check if I in the dictionary or not. If I in b, if I is already in the dictionary, then we have to increase the repetition of the character by 1, that is b of I plus is equal to 1, else we will consider it as the first occurrence, that is b of I is equal to 1. Let's find the maximum value, that is the maximum occurrence of the characters, that is c is equal to max of b dot values, as values is the occurrences and keys is the value, keys is the characters, values is the occurrences. So let's find the maximum, so as we have to find the maximum occurrence, so we write b dot values, maximum of b dot values. Then we can have multiple maximum values or maximum occurrence of characters. So let's take a list, that is d, and then check for the values that have the maximum occurrence, that is for I comma j, I comma j in b dot items. That is we can write key and value in place of I comma j, but I am taking here I comma j. B dot items is the combination of keys and values is called items, where in dictionary we will consider the value as an item. Then if check whether if whether the value is equal to c. If the value is equal to c, that is the maximum occurrence, then d dot append that value, that means that character, that is d dot append I, as we have to append the key, so that we are appending I. Then that's all, print d, so that we can get the output. Let's run the code and give the input, that is web application. The output is a, p and I. As we said, a occurred 2 times, p occurred 2 times, and I occurred 2 times, so that the maximum occurred characters are a, p and I. Let's check for another input, that is on scale of on scale of 1 to 11. Yeah, we got the output as 1, as we earlier said that the capital uppercase letters and lowercase letters are different, so that capital O and small o are different, and 1 is the only value that repeated 3 times. Here we have the question in IBM coding section, that is reverse the characters in individual words of string, keeping the first and last characters in the word constant. That is if we given a string, let's take a string, that is let's take hello world. sorry, hello world. Hello world is a string. It says that take individual words of a string. Let's hello is an individual word. Hello is an individual word and world is an individual word. Change the change change the reverse the characters in the individual words given the first, and let's h should be constant and o should be constant. Sorry, o should be constant. The remaining words should be changed. That is, we should change the pattern of ELLL. That is, we will get L, sorry, LLE. And for the word world, we will have the R, W, and D same, and we will get the remaining words in reverse order. That is L, R, O. This is what the question says. We have to print the output in this format for the given string. Let's get into the cases that are given for the question. That is, this is a first program reversal, as we are given the input as first. This is a first program reversal. Here, let's see this in the word this, the T and S is having the constant positions, and H is changed as IH is having only two characters and E is the one character. The word first, FIRST first, FSRET first. Yeah, check here. The F and T are constant, and SRA is changed. IRS is changed to SRA, and the same order. And here also we having another case, that is, hope you are all doing good with good health. Okay, as it is a corona situation, it's a good input case. Let's see here. Hope H and E are constants and OP are changed to PO, and U here we're having only three characters in the word, so Y is constant and U is constant. O is the only word, so we can't find we can't change the reverse. Even we change the reverse, it's, yeah, the same for or and same for all. Let's see again for doing, and D and G are constant. O, I and A change to an IO, and good, here is the very good example word. We can't even change the position of O and O, so it's also a kind, but it's negligible. It's that and with and health. Okay, from these cases we came to one. Let's get into the explanation. That here first we are given the input from the user. Let's take it as an A. Then we have to separate the each we have to get in order to get the each word, we have to separate the string at spaces. So we have to use the split function to separate it at spaces. Okay, we have to separate it at spaces. Then to get the each word in the reverse order, we have, as we have here the condition that if it is less than or equal to 3, then we don't need to do the operation. So we have to check if we have to do the operation only if length of word greater than 3. Then we have to keep the first character and last characters constant, so that we have to check, keep the word is equal to word of 0 plus word, we have to reverse the remaining words, word of 1 to length of word up to the finally -1 character, that is last -1 character. We have to check -1, and for the reverse operation we use colon -1, colon -1. Okay, then the last word is constant, last character in the word is constant, so that is length of pi. Okay, sorry, length of word -1. Okay, after this completion, let's print the as we splitted the words into the list. Let's again join the words into the string by using the join function. As the join function only works with the strings, let's convert each word into the string and then join it. let's join each word into this. Let's convert as it's in the form of string list, so we have to check it in the square brackets, and as the join function works only for string, so we have to check it's converted to the string and str of word for word in string. Okay, then print the final output. Print output. Okay, let's get into the code. First we of all we have to take the input from the user. So to take the input as a string, we have to take the input as a string. So give the input from the user, that is a is equal to input, then split the input string at the spaces so that we can get the words. So let's split the input at the words. Sorry, b is equal to a dot split. The split operation will separate the given string or list at different by using the spaces by so at the commas or by slashes or at different places. Now we are splitting at the spaces, as in string we contain space in between the words. Now check the condition. If we want to change the second character to last minus one character in the reverse order, we have the word must contain the minimum length of more than 3. As if the length of word is less than or equal to 3, there will be only 3 characters. The first character and last character cannot be changed, and the middle character is the only one character which is of no use of operation. So check the operation for only the words of length greater than 3. So let's check for each word in the B. For I in B, if length of I greater than 3, then check the condition, that then give the operation that I is equal to I of 0. We should not change the first and last character, so that we are giving the first character as it is, and take the characters from second element to last second character to last minus one character, that is last length of I minus 2, that is length 1 is 2 length of I minus 1. It will consider this condition will check only the characters from the first position to up to length of I minus 2, and we have to reverse it, so that we are using column minus 1. It's a list of operations, and we have to keep the last character as it is, so I am keeping it as it is at the last. Length of I minus 1, sorry, minus 1. As we have to check, as we have to take the output, I will take another list for appending all the values of I into the list. C dot append I. At final print C, so that we can see the answer. Let's run the program. This is a first program reversal. Let's check it. This is the first program reversal. Yeah, see here we are having T and S as it is, and HI is reversed. Is a word less than 3 characters, so it's as it is, and E is the only one character. Let's see for the first F S R I T. See the F and T are same position, and S R I. Here you have IRS, and here we are SRI. Now we have to take the output in the form of string. So let's take the list into the let's convert the list into the string by using the join operation. Let's take D is equal to space dot join. As it is a string list, we have to take it in the square brackets, and we have to check only strings, as the join operation works only for the strings. Here strfi for inc. Let's print d. Okay, let's run the program. This is a first program reversal. See here, this is a first program reversal. Let's check for another input, that is another case. Sorry, let's check for another case. Sorry. Hope you are all doing good with good. Let's check for this. Hope you are all doing good. Here we can't change it, as it's good. There are two characters G, O and O, so we can't identify whether it's changed or not. Let's that's all for today. Here is the code. Thank you.